We pull up like we be Jagaba. All white, everything like Calaba. Sure you wanna know how we dey get back? You know Fino, you know my halapa. Ex-crime here, river park, won't holler back. I go cross that river like Calabar. Fuck that, she won't give me lamba. Beat of life, she won't take samba. Go back, go bioku. Give me true pass, so ya soku. To bá fẹ́ ru wa ò ní struggle. Mami nínú kan ló call me uncle, don't call me uncle. Oshimilanga, it's Abios all the way to Sri Lanka. Stop playing, nigga, don't be a wanker. But the back on Timothy, shit, waka. Ballin' like Kaka, Ajiki Jaga. Rocksteady non-stop, no the saga. Cause in, leave them with a cliffhanger. Making sure they go crazy with a back shots like, yo, it's a tiger.
Fresh, Big Brother, Kanagan, Cross River, Calabar, Dollywood, Sakaba, Mari to the ball, I said Namibi Alaba, Putini, Canada, Backward, Galala, Big Waist, Caravan, Mari to fly like that Kabara. Okay, that's so they give me beat. If I pull up on the street, they give me heat. Order rice, give me meat, give me head, give me teeth, give me.
Yeah, welcome everyone. I hope you had a great day. My name is Jackson Derito. I'm joining you from Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm excited to kick off our first live session of the African AI Network AI Mystery Program. And today we will explore the fundamentals of artificial intelligence, including its history, types, real-world application. And this session is designed to give you a strong foundation as we begin this journey together. Maybe from the YouTube live, maybe you can drop your fire emoji or fire sign so that I can know that you're there. Nice. This is good. I can see we have a good number of us. So here is our agenda for today. We will start with our with a fun icebreaker, then dive into definition and the history of AI and explore its application and engage in an interactive activity. Yeah, yes, I can see you guys. I can see we are together. I can see we have Telesa Seliki, we have Jonathan, we have Vincent, we have Maureen Wanjiko, we have Mbali, and welcome, welcome, welcome all. I'm happy to see you. Yep. So let's dive to our next slide, which will start by where we start by our icebreaker, and today's icebreaker will be yep. So I would like to hear from you guys. This I have three icebreakers for you, and I would like to hear from you. I can see your chats on YouTube, so I would like to see or hear from you. What AI application do you use most frequently? That is our icebreaker for today. Let's see from the chats. I can see yeah, keep joining. And this is our icebreaker activity before we start. I want to see if any of us have been able to interact with AI in their daily lives as up to now. I can see somebody says ChatGPT and DeepSeek. DeepSeek is the most recent one. Yeah, I see another one, ChatGPT. This is nice. I can see we are a good number of us. I can see another one said ChatGPT. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I can see most of us are saying they use ChatGPT. There's somebody else who says their taste is Gemini. Let them keep coming. Let them keep coming. Nice, nice. Great, great. I can see this shows that AI is already a big part of our lives. Yes. So by show of hands, do you want another? I have other two icebreakers. Do you want me to drop them? Yes, I can see somebody says. I can see somebody saying Amazon code whisper to generate code. Yeah, this is new. I've not heard of that. All right, I think everyone have gotten the first one. I can see you already applying AI in your lives. So another icebreaker that I would like to share with you, though it's not on the chat. I would like to see or to know what comes to your mind when you hear artificial intelligence. What comes in your mind when you hear artificial intelligence? Yeah, thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Vincent. Yeah, we are now in our second icebreaker. What comes in your mind when you hear artificial intelligence? Yes, I'm waiting for you. This is good. This is good. I can see we are all on going well. In the second icebreaker, um, I can see somebody saying an easy way of doing things. So our second icebreaker, we are just asking ourselves, what comes in your mind when you hear the term artificial intelligence? I see somebody else saying machine learning. I can see somebody else saying this is the one thing I also use. This is nice. Another one says automating task. Yeah, this is good. There's another one says here training machine for simplifying user work, and that's true. Things being made easy by use of technology, and that's true. Yes, yes, yes. I can see we are all together, guys, and this is very nice. I'm happy to have you today. So let me move quickly to our next icebreaker, which goes by. Um, hmm. Are you ready, guys, for the next icebreaker? I know some may feel offended by the next icebreaker. So let me drop it up. So our next, yeah, I saw work made easier for machines. Yes, I see we are together. Okay, thank you. Let's move to our third icebreaker, and this is our last icebreaker, and it goes by this: which industry do you think AI will impact the most in the next 5 years? Yes. Which industry do you think AI will impact the most in the next 5 years? Let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. Wow, nice. Let's see health and finance, healthcare, agriculture and technology, film, education, another one health, another one health. So I can see how many health. One, two, three for health and four. Okay. So I can see most of us are saying health, and the second one is education. Uh-huh. I see nobody is talking about agriculture. Don't you believe in agriculture or AI in agriculture? Technology and health. All right, all right, all right. I see we are all together and we are moving on well. So let's move ahead. So Now we will go to our next agenda item, which is our next agenda item is about introduction to AI. And now here we are talking about artificial intelligence. And I would like to see if anyone or if anyone has a contrary opinion with me when we say that artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence into machines. So that's a basic explanation of artificial intelligence. We can also say that artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that pursues creating the computers or machine as intelligent as human beings. So this is science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computers. Okay. Sorry, Abia, you mentioned agriculture. I did not see it. Okay. I saw it. All right. So as we move ahead, another thing, or how well basically we can introduce artificial intelligence is that it is a study of how to make computer do things, which is at the moment people do better. So we anticipate in future, um, when we will be moving to the next slide, we will see we have several branches of AI. So we have narrow AI, we have general AI, and we have now the super intelligent AI, which is anticipated to do better than human beings. Yeah. So, and according to the father of artificial intelligence, anyone who knows what the name of the father of artificial intelligence, if you did your uh, week one module quiz, I think we had a question asking about it. So let me see how many got correct. Who is the father or who is the father of artificial intelligence? And maybe I wanted to move along and tell you, like, according to the father of artificial intelligence, whom I'm waiting to see you mention, he states that the artificial intelligence is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs. So making a computer controlled robot or a software thinking intelligently. So that is a similar manner that we can say that's the how intelligent human think. So can I see your reactions? I wanted to see if anyone who mentions John MC Carthy is termed as the father of artificial intelligence. All right. Yes, I see Aine Dushimile got it right, and good for that. Yes. Yeah, I can see we are together. I can see we are together. So, as we have seen that artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence into machines. We have key components that are involved in artificial intelligence, and the key components are learning, listening, problem solving, perception, and language understanding. So to start with, we can start with learning. Learning means that programs learn from what facts or behavior they can represent. So learning denotes the changes in the system that are adaptive, in other words. So it enables the system to do the task or to do the same task more efficiently next time. So this is one of the way that machines gain intelligence, and that is by learning. So when a machine does a task today, So next time it does it more efficiently, and that's making it more and more efficient. So that's one way that machines can exhibit their intelligence. So the next thing I will discuss is about perception. So this we can place it is like how AI is applied. So AI has application in all fields of human study. So as we have seen in agriculture, health, uh, in education, economics, environmental engineering, computer science, and all that. So to start with perception, we can in perception we can see that by by AI using we are trying to I'm trying to define the key components that are involved in artificial intelligence, and I jumped to perception, and I wanted to show you like how perception can be applied in real life, that is in the artificial intelligence texture. So some of the application that can be that can be involved in perception is like machine vision, speech understanding, and also touch sensation. So So the next thing about language understanding is that this is we are talking about natural language processing, and this is speech understanding, language generation, machine translation. All these has been capable, or AI is able to do that as at now. So that is another component, that is language understanding, and we can see that, and we have seen in our lives that AI is able to uh, understand different languages and is able to understand a speech. It can generate or it can also translate what or your text to another language. So that is natural language understanding, which is another component that is involved in artificial intelligence. The other one is about problem solving, or as we all said, machines, when they tend to be intelligent like human beings, we use them um, to solve problems. For example, expert system, they can solve certain problems. So that's another aspect of problem solving. Then about perception, you have already seen that. That is about speech understanding, touch sensation, and machine vision. Then the other thing that I'm not touched about listening, and I think this is well understood. Like a machine can be able, after it's trained by certain data types or models, it can be able to listen out by itself based on the trainings or based on the learning. So it can be able to make its own intelligent decision. So, for example, when we have seen several AI has been able to beat maybe some people who are believe they are the best in those games, and we have seen that AI has come out and beat these people. So this is another aspect that is involved in AI, that is listening. So when a machine keeps on learning, so it can be able to listen. So that is that about that section. So the next thing I would like us to check is about the key milestone in AI history. The key milestone in AI history. Who have ever heard about Turing test by Alan Turing, which was founded in 1950? Anyone who has any idea about Turing test? Anyone? We are now in key milestone in AI history, how history started shaping. So we can see that AI did not start it has not started now, rather. It started as early as 1950s, and we can see AI has been becoming better and better and better. So I just want to see if anyone has a clue what is Alan Turing test. Mhm. So let me touch about Turing test. So this was a criteria that was invented by this guy, which was to determine whether a machine exhibits human-like intelligence. So this was a British mathematician and a computer scientist by the name Alan Turing. So this happened in around in his paper he wrote in 1950, which was titled "Computer Machinery and Intelligence." So he was aiming to assess machines' ability to engage in a conversation with a human without the human being able to reliably distinguish the machine from another human. So the concept of the Turing test was a setup. So in that setup, there was a test that involves two parties or three parties rather. So that is a human evaluator who is an interrogator, then a human subject, and a machine designed to generate human-like response. So the evaluator would interact with both human and the machine through a text-based interface, which prevented any visual identification. So the person who was maybe interacting with the machine and the human did not know if I'm replying to the human or I'm texting to the machine. So the interrogator did not know who is at the back end. So the evaluation criteria was if the evaluator cannot consistently tell which participant is the machine and which is a human based only on their responses, the machine is said to have passed the Turing test. Yeah. So the focus is entirely on the output, that is the the text response, not on the machine's internal workings or understanding. So that was the evaluation criteria of the Turing test that happened in 1950s. So the purpose of this test was to serve as or like to evaluate the human machine ability to mimic a human conversation. So that is convincing enough to be perceived as intelligent or human-like. Yeah. So we also have limitations to this. Sorry for that. So critics argue that Turing test measures only machine's ability to deceive or mimic human behavior rather than its understanding or consciousness. That is one of the limitations of this Turing test. Sorry. So another limitation is that a machine could potentially pass the test without truly possessing any form of intelligence or comprehension by using tricks or scripted responses. So those are just the two limitations. But the importance of this was that the Turing test has been fundamental in discussions around artificial intelligence, and the philosophy of mind raising important questions about the nature of intelligence, thought, and the distinguishable characteristic of human cognition. So this has been like the basics. So in essence, when Turing test provides a framework for considering machine intelligence, it also highlights the complexity involved in evaluating what it means for a machine to think or possess intelligence. So that's all about, not all about, that is what I had about Turing test. And we can also see the next milestone about AI history was the development of early neural networks in 1960. Then there was a rise of expert systems in 1980s. Then in 2000, that is when we had advancement in machine learning and deep learning. right, that's great. So let's move on. So the next thing that we have, we will cover the types of intelligence. And now that we have covered the basics, let's explore how AI is transforming industries. In healthcare, for example, AI is being used to diagnose diseases faster and more accurately than ever before. And also in finance, it's helped to detect fraudulent transaction in real time. Also in retail, we have seen that um, AI powers those personal recommendation you see when shopping online. Or these are just a few examples of how AI is making real impact. Yeah. So speaking on what you are seeing on the screen, so that is narrow AI. We have the three major categories of artificial intelligence. We have narrow AI, general AI, and super intelligent AI. So we can see that narrow AI is designed for a specific task. So I think this is also what is used in Netflix to recommend your recommendations. Then we have general AI, which is can perform intellectual tasks a human can do. Then we have a super intelligent AI that surpasses human intelligence. So to my understanding, this is the future AI that we'll be having, super intelligent AI, machines that they can think of themselves, and that's what we are talking about today, because AI is still evolving every day, every day, every day. So we have seen that AI is all around us, from recommendation you see on Netflix to the voice assistant like Siri and Alexa, Google Assistant. Yeah. So that's all we are talking about. That's all we are talking about. So the next slide, I think I've already talked about that, is AI in action, of where AI is being used currently. So we can see that AI has been or um, is being used to diagnose patients in hospitals, and that is has started happening. So we have also seen Tesla. These are self-driving vehicles. So we can all see that AI is changing the world across multiple industries. Yeah. So these are some of the examples that show how AI is embedded in our daily lives, improving efficiency and decision making. So I think the first question that I had earlier asked, I saw that I see that we all understand what is artificial intelligence, and it's about improving efficiency and decision making, which I think in the long run it can help to either lower the learning cost and stuff like that. So, all right. So this brings us to another session where maybe I can give room for questions and discussion, because this was just like what we covered in our module one. Or yeah. So the room or the floor is open for questions and discussions. So if you have any questions so far, I'm ready to receive your questions, so that we can see if we are together. And if you are there, drop your fire sign so that I can see we are still together up to now. Mhm. So if you don't have a question, I have a question for you guys. So that silence means that maybe you don't have a question. So I would like to see if anyone who knows when was the first chatbot created? When was the first chatbot created? Yeah, I can see some fire emojis. Yeah, that shows we are together. Nice, nice. I can see you, Maureen. I can see you, Mbali. Thank you for your fire sign. So since you did not, I gave room for question, and I also have a question for you. So when was the first chatbot created? Anyone who has an idea? Mm-hmm. 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 So I see Mbali and Molini are saying 1966. So so what is the fun fact about, or what is the name? What is the name of the chatbot? I think I've given you room to do some background search. Yeah. What is the fun fact about the first chatbot and what is its name? Yeah. Hi, hi, hi. Yes, yes, I agree with that, Bali. I agree. So, what is the fun fact about that chatbot, and what was his name? Maybe we are referring to different such chatbots. All right, let me give you 2 seconds. I see. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This is good. So, yeah. All right. So to start with, I can start maybe by saying a chatbot is just an application designed to simulate human-like conversation with users, maybe through text or voice interactions. So so basically, we said I think this is the narrow AI. So chatbots use artificial intelligence and natural language processing and maybe machine learning to understand user queries, process them, and provide relevant responses. So they are commonly used in customer service, marketing, and other industries to automate communication and improve user experience. So you may find that in some or in some modern websites, you find that we have chatbots around. When you hit to their website, the chatbot will be the first one to interact with you. And if the chatbot does not understand what you want, maybe the chatbot directs you to maybe an email or somewhere you can contact a human response. So that's the basically about chatbot. Let me now come back to, I see, yeah, it's true that the first chatbot was created in 1966 by Joseph, I think this is Weizenman, Bam, something of sort. So that is a computer science scientist, one of the earliest of natural language processing. So we can see that this did not start in 2000s. This started long time ago. So that was 1960, where most of us were not born, or we were not born. So most of us were not born in 1960. So that was the first chatbot that was created. So I think it was called the famous psychotherapist. So it was called a doctor because it mimicked like a psychotherapist. Then that was its work. So it was called a doctor. So it was about giving users maybe creating illusion of understanding and stuff like that. So maybe allow me to maybe finish about chatbots. This is a good example of narrow AI, and I hope and we hope that towards the end of this training program, we will be able to maybe interact with such kind of a project where we can come up with a chatbot or whatever thing you want us support you achieve. So so a chatbot needs or uses it has to recognize some input. Then, when the chatbot receives the input from the user, either text, that is by typing on a chat window, or a voice speaking. Nowadays, we have even Google Assistants where they are able to recognize your voice. So that is input recognition. So the other thing is about natural language processing. So chatbots use natural language processing to analyze and understand user inputs. So when they get this user input, so they like break the input into maybe words or phrases. So that is tokenization. Then after that, they maybe identify the purpose or the goal of the user message. So that is intent recognition. So the other thing is to identify the key pieces of the information. So that is maybe the days, names, location. So that is entity extraction. So that is a second thing that a chatbot works. So it has to recognize the input. Then when it gets to natural language processing, so that is about breaking it into words or phrases. Then identifying the purpose of the user's message, then identifying key pieces of the information like dates, names, and location. So the next step would be response generation. So based on the analyzed input, the chatbot generates a response, and this can be rule-based or AI-powered. So when I say rule-based, is about predefined responses based on the specific keywords or patterns. Yeah. That's why sometimes you find these chatbots may not be that accurate because maybe that one can be rule based depending on the predefined responses. Like when the user asks for specific keywords or patterns, you can be able to answer with this. So the next thing is AI powered, that is response generation. So we have how chatbots work. We have four stages, that is input recognition, natural language processing, response generation, which can be rule-based or AI powered. So when I say AI powered, means these are dynamic responses generated using machine learning models. Yeah. So that's where you find that an machine is able to listen and be able to generate AI powered or dynamic response. Then the other thing would be output delivery, where the chatbot delivers the response to the user in a conversational format. So I would like maybe to continue and say we have a type of chatbots, and through the response generation, we can classify a chatbot, either a rule-based chatbot or an AI-powered chatbot or a hybrid chatbot. So a hybrid chatbot can combine rule-based and AI-powered approaches for more flexibility. So when we say about AI chatbots, that is using machine learning and NLP, that is natural language processing, to understand and respond to user queries. For a good example of AI-powered chatbot is virtual assistants like Google Assistant. Google Assistant that is already in your phone. Then Alexa, Siri, yeah, those are AI AI-powered chatbots. So for the rule-based chatbots, they follow predefined rules and scripts depending on what it was trained or depending on the data it was trained on. So this is, for example, for FAQs, yeah, frequently asked questions. So we can have a chatbot to answer frequently asked questions. So these are rule-based chatbot. So, for example, if a customer service chatbot answers a question like, "What are your store's hours?" Yeah, so that can be a predefined rules and scripts that a chatbot will be using to give responses. So these are the basic broad categories of type of chatbots. Then we have real world application of chatbots, and a good example is an e-commerce that is helping users to find products, track orders, and make recommendations, like we have seen even in Spotify and Netflix. So these are yeah, the other thing is customer support, automating responses to common queries, like how do I reset my password. So I would like in future we'll have even our LMS. We need to introduce some chatbots. Yeah, so and maybe we can yeah, so that's another way we can employ chatbots. So I hope that this class can at the end of this training we can be able to see that one of the learners has been able to maybe to introduce a chatbot in our LMS to tell the learners how to navigate instead of them keeping on going to Discord and stuff like that. That's how we can improve efficiency in what we are doing in our daily lives. So the next application can be in banking, assisting with balance inquiries, transaction history, or fraud alerts. If you have been into other training programs, you could see that if we have different stages that you are upgrading when you do the task or something like that. When you submit a task, if you have passed, the bot automatically upgrades you to the next stage. Yeah, so those are some real life applications of chatbots. And also in education, banking, in education, answering student questions, providing learning resources, and all stuff like that. So chatbots are important because we can compare a chatbot with a customer care agent, and a customer care agent have some working hours. Yeah, but chatbot is available for 24/7. Yeah, they provide instant and support at any time. They are cost effective. Maybe they reduce the number of human agents that in a repetitive task. They are scalable. They can handle multiple conversations simultaneously, not like a human. They can do personalization. So that is that. So with that said, I think that was a good recap of what we have said. Then we have discussed about definition, the types of AI, historical milestone, we have seen them. And also, I would challenge you with this one of the assignment. Maybe you can go and read an article on recent AI advancement. So one of the AI advancement is DeepSeek. Yeah. So our challenge is that maybe you go and read an article on recent AI advancement, maybe in your field, so that you can know what or what is evolving around your industry. So, the next session preview or next session will be on Friday, God willing. So, we shall discuss about the ethical implications of AI, and that is what will be covered in our next live session. So with that said, and I'm not sure if we have anyone who has a question as at now, and I'm grateful and thank you for everyone for reacting in our comment section. And if maybe I did not mention your comment, just know that I saw your comments. That is for Laula, Vincent. So I saw that you now know the first chatbot was called Eriza, and in quotes, doctor. So that is that, and I hope we grasped something today out of this live session. This was just to welcome you and to show you that we are ready to move on ahead with this journey that we have started. So with that much or less said, this marks our end of this today's live session. Unless somebody has a question or they need clarification, maybe they did not get in real time, maybe they can be answered here. So with that said, this can mark the end of our session today. Thank you everyone, and thank you.